Hey everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a topic that I've seen a lot of people been talking about recently and I wanted to cover because it wasn't that big of an issue before, but now it's a big one, and that is the connectivity issues in Splatoon 3. Recently in Splatoon 3 there's been a ton of disconnections, whether it's lag or an abundance of other issues, and so that's what we're going to be talking about today. But if you guys could like and subscribe to the channel, that would be great. I'm trying to go for 100 subscribers, so that would be amazing, and I hope you guys enjoy this more relaxing tone of a video for this week to go into the weekend. So yeah, let's get into it. So recently in Splatoon 3, like I said, people have been complaining a lot about connectivity issues, and I'm kind of just going to be talking about that unscripted and just giving my opinion. So if it comes off as rambly or anything, my apologies, but I'm just trying to, talk about what I thought. So kind of the first point I wanted to cover was the idea of lag and how that's affecting matches. So with Splatoon 3's connection, what it seems as though is the server is having a little bit of a hard time, or whatever it is, the connectivity is having a hard time catching up with you. And sometimes you might make an input, you might, do one of the squid rolls or the bursts, it's surge actually, sorry, and you might also do something like, shooting an enemy or picking up a clam, and the game doesn't recognize that you've done it until it's a little bit too late. And so I've kind of had this affect me in various ways, where I've either been picking up clams, picking up the Rainmaker, and the game is just like, nope, you didn't do that. That did not happen. Nobody saw you do that. And it either won't even register that I did it, or it'll do it, but it'll do it like multiple seconds later, which, as you know, in a fast-paced game like Splatoon, just isn't viable and it doesn't work at all. I've even had game-losing situations happen like this, and I hate to be the person who's like, oh, it's video game lag, and like that's the main issue, because obviously that's like the textbook video game complaint as to why you're losing. But I've actually been winning a fair amount of games, but there have been, 3-4 games here or there that I have legitimately lost because of lag. Specifically, there was a certain game where I was playing, I think it was Clam Blitz, and I was trying to stop somebody who was going to dunk the, vital amount of clams that they needed. Essentially, it would have been game ending, and I was tracking them decently well and was hitting them, and they would have died before they got any clams in, or at least the amount of clams they needed in. But instead, they kind of like teleported away from me and sort of just like went closer to the basket, right, if I can explain it like that, and then they were able to throw the clams in and I lost. And I was really upset about that. And so I think it's not that big of a deal if the connectivity issue is just, oh, okay, occasionally it takes a little bit for the clams to register that I had them and then threw them, or every once in a while someone's lagging. That could just be a personal connection, but so many people are consistently having this issue that it's so bad, and even people with LAN connections are having a hard time, where it's like, I'm not sure if you know, but for those of you who don't know, to catch you up, you can buy something called a LAN adapter and hook it up to your Switch, and then hook an Ethernet cord into that adapter from your router, and it'll give you better connectivity. And so this is one of the ways that you can improve your internet. If you've ever done Splatoon tournaments or Smash tournaments, for example, they might require you, if you're playing online, to have a LAN adapter or a LAN connection, and that's what that means. It gives you better internet, better connectivity. And even people with LAN connections are reporting that they are having trouble with the game, and people are disconnecting, or they are disconnecting, or they're getting lag. And it's so hard to know if it's the Splatoon servers, or if it's you, or if it's somebody else in the match, and it's just impossible to know. And it's actually quite shocking to see this, because one of the things that everybody was really excited about in Splatoon 3 was that it's supposed to be using Nintendo's new set of servers. So I don't know about it fully, maybe I'll look up an article about it and then put it in the description down below, but essentially the idea of it was that there's supposed to be these new servers that that Nintendo has, and they've put some of their games on it. So I think like Monster Hunter Rise was on those new servers, and a few other of their more recent games. I think like Mario Tennis might be, the new tennis game might be on their new servers. So things like that, I think, maybe. Don't take my word for it, but I think some of those games were on the new servers. And those servers were supposed to at least make the connection a little bit smoother. I think I heard it's not supposed to make it necessarily better, but just a little bit more smoother and more consistent, right? So less disconnections, essentially. And we've seen that it's worse than ever before. Like, Splatoon 2 already had server issues. Like, Splatoon 2 server issues were relatively bad. But Splatoon 3 server issues are just horrendous. It's, you know, maybe like out of every 5 games I play, you know, 1 or 2 of those games, I am like guaranteed to have lag in those games, and it's really frustrating, right? It's either me, or it's somebody else on the enemy team, or it's somebody on my team who's just lagging, doesn't have a LAN connection. Like, I don't have a LAN connection when I play, but my Wi-Fi is fairly decent. So usually I assume that it's not me. Every once in a while I do disconnect, but I have disconnected, like, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've disconnected between Splatoon 1, 2, and 3 combined. So like the 8 years playing the game, or however long. I haven't disconnected that often. So realistically, I feel like it's not always me. It might be me some of the time, but I feel like it's not always me. And I have a hard time blaming other people because of what we've seen with the servers and how they've been going down. So it just sort of frustrated me to see that we're getting this new game, everybody's really excited, and then I have something like internet connection to worry about. And you really, especially if you're trying to gain like a higher rank, it's really frustrating when you're trying to win a game. It's in a close situation, and you don't know if lag is going to play a factor. There was even a game where I was playing and we were about to win, and my teammates were, you know, we had cleared everybody out near their basket in Clan Blitz, and all of the enemy teammates all the enemy team was dead. And we went up to the basket, we're about to throw the power clam into the basket. Nope, it was at 0. But it had shown the timer as still having time on it, but the game ended. And this was like a ton of lag. There was like a ton of lag in that match, where it's like clams took a while to, like, when you pick them up, it took a while to then go to my inkling. People would throw clams and it would like go backwards and not register that you threw it. It was super weird. So I don't know. I'm not sure if there's something that they can do. I definitely saw recently that they have put some patch notes out, and I know that they're trying to fix it. And, you know, the devs are definitely, I'm assuming, working hard to try to fix the connectivity issues that everybody is facing. But it's just something that I didn't expect, and it's one of the reasons that, like, I stopped playing Smash Bros. Ultimate a lot, is because of the online connection. You know, I love playing the game, but the online connectivity there is so bad, and it just makes the experience unfun, and it makes me not want to play the game, and it makes me not want to learn it and get better at it. And I imagine that it would be the same for some of you. So this video was just more of a rant style of video. I've been playing Splatoon since it came out on the first one, since the first test fire in the first one, and the connectivity has never been this bad. So to see the connection, like, technology or whatever it is, the effectiveness of it go down over the course of 8 years, you know, same with, you know, input latency and how quickly motion responds to you in the game, all of that stuff to do with connectivity and how quick your movements are, you know, inputted. It's just sad to see it go down, and I don't understand why it's going down. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this more, you know, me just kind of going off ranting style of video. I just wanted to put my thoughts out there. I'm not, you know, super versed in this field, so I don't know what they could do about it. I don't have many suggestions, but I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention that it's not just you. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys have had this issue too, and, you know, what kind of experiences you guys have had. I would love to hear them, just maybe so we could all compile them. And you never know, maybe the devs do take a look at some videos and they see, oh, these are people's issues. So yeah, if you guys like the video, drop a like on it. It would help me out a lot. And like I said before, subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 100. I'm so grateful for the support recently. Again, like I said, I've been getting a ton more views on my videos, and it's clearly been getting recommended to you guys a little bit more, and I've been getting more subscribers. So again, if you like the video, like what you see, consider subscribing, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. So have a good weekend. All right, bye-bye.